Hey guys, I'm Kevin. Welcome. Today we are going to talk about the elusive term scales. So it's something that you've probably heard before and maybe it scared you away, made you think, oh, that's music theory, I don't want any part of that. But I'm here to ease your mind and teach you that scales are easy, fun, and very applicable to learning music. So what is a scale? Well, basically a scale is just a collection of notes derived from the chromatic scale. Well, chromatic means 12. That's every note in music. But when we break down a scale into a major scale or a blues scale, we're just taking some of those notes. So that's the layman's terms behind it. But basically what we're doing is taking half steps and whole steps and combining them to create a type of a sound. So what is a half step? Well, a half step is when you take and move from one fret to the next. So for instance here, simply if I go from the second fret of the C string and I move to the third fret of the C string, I have moved a half step, or they call that a semitone. If I move 2 frets from the second fret to the 4th fret, I have moved 2 semitones, 2 half steps, or what they call 1 whole step. So from C, or sorry here, this would be a D note to an E note, I've moved up a whole step. If I were to move from D to E flat, I've only moved a half step. Or let's say I have the open C string here, and I move from that to the 1st fret. That is also a half step move. So I went C, C sharp, and then if I were to go to D, that would be a whole step. So I will leave a link in the description too. I have a whole lesson about learning the notes of the neck, which will be really helpful for you here. But before we move into our first scale here, also make sure that you know your open strings are G, C, E, and A. Now let's check out our first scale. So we're going to kick things off here with the major scale. Now the major scale, I'm going to play all of these scales in the key of C so you can hear the difference between them. So I'll play through the major scale for you and then we'll dig in. So here we go. So what was happening there? So very major sounding scale, very happy sounding scale. That's because it's using all notes from the key of C. There's no sharps or flats. Everything sounds nice and warm and friendly. But what's actually happening here within the scale is I'm moving from a C note, which is my open C string, to the D note. So I have moved up, yes, a whole step from C to D, and then I'm moving to the E note, which is an open E string, then F on the 1st fret of the E string, G on the 3rd fret of the E string, open A string, B note on the 2nd fret, and then C. And then I went back to my starting point. So the notes of the C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And something I want to mention about scales is assigning a finger to each fret so that you don't have to make a bunch of movement, and you want to be able to play the scales as quickly and as efficient as possible. And the way to do that, I have my index finger over the 1st fret, my middle over the 2nd fret, and my ring finger over the 3rd. So let's just take a second here now and try to play this together, and we'll say the names of the notes as we do this. And I think that's another important aspect here to really get the scale ingrained in your head, is to say the notes as you play them. So let's just try that as a little exercise here. We'll start with our open C string, and I'm just plucking the strings here with my thumb as I go. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So the best way to practice this is to use a metronome, and you can do this in time, but it's really cool to do this and just learn the notes, be able to say the notes. It's going to help you visualize where the notes lay on the fretboard as well. So you're probably asking yourself, well, why should I learn a scale? Well, for one thing, it's good to learn the scale because it increases your finger dexterity. It helps you learn how to move between the notes. It's also teaching you the notes within the key of C or whatever key you're playing the major scale. And lastly, it's great for creating melodies, whether that be if you're playing with somebody else or you're trying to create a chord melody or just a vocal melody or any type of melody. So there's a lot of different uses for the scale. Now the last thing I want to say about the major scale is, yes, we played it in the key of C, but it applies to any other key of the 12 notes of music. So if I were to take this pattern from the major scale and move it up and use my root note now on the D string instead of the open C string, I can play that exact same scale pattern using the pattern whole steps and half steps. So I have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Now you notice the notes changed because the key changed. So you can shift this scale up, and I'll also include a PDF for this lesson that you can check out at the AllForUke website, and I'll have the different keys listed for you for all the different major scales. The second scale that we're going to check out is the pentatonic scale. Now before we get to that, I also want to mention I do give private lessons. I'll leave a link in the description, so if you like these lessons and my teaching style, we can work together over Zoom on anything that you like to work on, whether that be scales, songs, strumming, what have you. There's all sorts of stuff to be learned, and I can tailor it to you personally. So now, the pentatonic scale. What does that mean? Well, penta means 5. So basically what we're doing is we're taking 5 notes from the major scale. So we're omitting 2 of those notes and making a simplified scale. So the pentatonic scale, again, we're in the key of C, is C, D, E, G, A, C. So what I've done is I've omitted the 4th and the 7th note of the major scale. So the pentatonic scale can be used interchangeably with the major scale, but what the pentatonic offers you is kind of a simplified version. So if you're new to scales, the pentatonic is a great place to start, and it works seamlessly over a lot more music. It's used in tons of old folk standards to create melodies because it's kind of a more simplified version of the scale. So what's happening here with the scale again? We have our open C note. We go up a whole step to our D note, another whole step up to E, and then we move up to our G note. So we're going up a step and a half here to get to G, and then we have our A, which is another whole step, and then A, whole step, B, C, so we have another step and a half. So it's that spacing really that creates the sound of the pentatonic scale. So take a listen here again. C, D, E, G. So maybe using this scale within a little chord sequence would be pretty cool. So you could move from a C chord to a G chord and take a couple notes from the pentatonic scale and squeeze them in there as a little passing tone thing. So you would have C, just something very simple like that is utilizing the scale and kind of creating a little more intrigue to your playing. So I encourage you with this one, take a couple chords from the key of C, take a few notes from the pentatonic scale, and see how you can get from one chord to the next using your own little sequences. Our final scale that we'll discuss today is the blues scale. So if you like the blues or jazz or different genres like that, the blues scale is a great one to add to the palette. So the notes we have here for the blues scale are C, E flat, F, G flat, G, B flat, and C. So take a listen to that again. Pretty cool. It has a totally different vibe to it than a lot of the other scales because it uses the flat 5, which is a note from the scale that kind of creates that little rub that gives you that bluesy, moody sound. Because when we go from C to E flat, we have that 3 semitone move, and then we go straight up a whole step to F, And here's the cool part here, this half step move from F to G flat to G. That really in essence creates that vibe of the blues scale, is this move. And then we have B flat and C. So where would you use the blues scale? Well, you would use it if you were playing a blues. I have an entire series of blues lessons on the channel if you want to check those out, where we play the blues in different keys and use the scale. But the blues scale is a great one to add to your palette if you like to kind of play a little bit moodier stuff. I know it's great on the guitar, but it also really works well on the uke. So practice through this scale, and we can do it one time here together, starting with a 4-count in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're playing the blues. Well, thanks so much for learning with me today. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know, do you want to see more videos with scales and music theory or songs? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And go over to AllForUke.com if you have a chance. I'm going to put together a free PDF for this lesson that'll have these scales laid out with graphics for you in different keys so you can practice them, and I'll give you some other learning resources as well. I'll see you next time. My name's Kevin. Thank you so much.
Meet me down by the seaside. We can howl at the moon rise. Watch as the tide strolls in.